Hi, I'm Jessica Gorry, and today I will be presenting a Stage 2 lesson focused on developing students' critical literacy skills through analysing a digital advertisement. Lego's Rebuild the World advertisement shows a creative world where things are constantly changing and being rebuilt. It uses fast, imaginative visuals to show how play can help people think differently and come up with new ideas of how the world around us can be rebuilt in different ways. The advertisement's overall purpose is to persuade the audience to buy Lego, which is why I chose to use it as the digital text for this persuasive writing lesson. The learning intention for this lesson is for students to understand how advertisements use visuals and language to influence the audience. The success criteria focuses on students being able to identify the purpose of an advertisement, explain how it persuades the viewer, and share their own opinion about how it influences their thinking. This lesson has been structured using the Fisher and Fraser gradual release of responsibility model, which focuses on four key phases: explicit instruction, guided instruction and collaborative learning, and independent learning. All phases are necessary to support the learning and development of critical thinking skills, as responsibility is gradually shifted from the teacher to the student, which fosters independent application of knowledge. Collaborative learning plays an important role in this learning process as it allows students to consolidate their learning through discussions with their peers. Through these stages, students are supported in building both their confidence and their independence in their learning. This lesson also draws on critical literacy research from COMBA 2015, which involves positioning students as active participants in their learning and encourages them to analyze the Lego advertisement in a more meaningful way, rather than just simply viewing it. Students are encouraged to critically examine how the advertisement works to influence the audience and reflects on the idea that all text should be analyzed and questioned, rather than just accepted at face value. By engaging in this critical analysis process, students develop agency in their learning and are able to express their opinions and their perspectives. They also build deeper understanding and communication skills by developing their conceptual understanding of the advertisement itself and how they can clearly explain their ideas to others. In addition to the gradual release of responsibility model, this lesson is also guided by Luke and Freebody's four resources model, which recognizes that effective literacy involves a range of practices used to engage with text in different ways. These practices include breaking the code, making meaning, using text functionally, and critically analyzing text. Through this model, students move from identifying features of the Lego advertisement to understanding its meaning and how analyzing it can influence the audience's thinking. This model emphasizes that texts are not neutral and they are constructed to represent specific viewpoints and influence how audiences think and feel. This supports students in developing a more critical understanding of advertisements and how they are made to persuade an audience. All four practices are necessary for effective literacy, but no single approach on its own is sufficient. By engaging students with all four, they are able to understand, analyze, and evaluate the Lego advertisement effectively. Overall, this lesson supports students in moving beyond surface level understanding to critically analyzing how texts influence their thinking, which supports their critical literacy and understanding of persuasive text. The chosen forms of assessment for this lesson are rooted in Black and Williams' 2009 research on formative assessment. Assessment in this lesson involves collecting and responding to evidence of student understanding and informs the next steps of teaching. Through classroom discussion and collaboration between students, the teacher is able to gather timely evidence of understanding. These discussions provide insight into how students are interpreting the text and allow for teachers to adjust their instruction accordingly. Students are actively involved in their assessment process through peer discussions and opportunities for reflection at the end of the lesson. This supports them in becoming active participants in their own learning and taking ownership of their learning and understanding. The use of reflective practices, such as revisiting the success criteria, allows students to demonstrate how they are thinking and understanding and how it has changed from the start of the lesson to the end. This provides clear evidence of learning and supports a deeper understanding. Overall, this lesson supports students in moving beyond surface level understanding to critically analyzing how persuasive text, specifically the Lego advertisement, influence their thinking. It also aims to develop their ability to question and evaluate digital text, which is essential for critical literacy.